You are listening to the Boss Experience Podcast, a podcast with conversations about business growth, self-development, and maintaining a mindset to achieve business success. My name is Michelle Davis, and I am a business strategist and coach, and I am your host. Let's get started. Welcome to another episode of the Boss Experience Podcast. My name is Michelle Davis, and I'm your host. So in this bonus episode, I'm sharing a previously recorded audio about what it means to showcase your brand voice online. So if you're just tuning in, you may not realize that this particular bonus episode is one of 3 episodes I am sharing about branding. So if you didn't catch the previous bonus episode where I discussed brand identity, and your brand identity is basically your who you represent online. What do people think of when they see you? What are your values as a brand? And it is basically the question of who you are. So if you missed that previous bonus episode, I encourage you to go back and watch it and then jump into this episode where I talk about what it means to share your brand voice online. So in this previously recorded audio, I share what is a brand voice, that trap everyone falls into as a new online entrepreneur, why you need to know your message and who your message is for, how to refine that message, and lastly, impacting your target audience with your content. So let's get into the episode.
So what exactly is a brand voice? So your brand voice is how you translate everything about your brand into language, which in the case of social media is content that lets their target audience know you are the one that can solve their problem. So here's the thing, just to help you understand why it's important to refine your voice is you have to communicate to your target audience to let them know that you're speaking to them. Your ideal audience is not everyone. Your product and services are not the solution for everyone online. So it's really, really important for you to refine your message. And this is kind of the trap everyone falls into when they first get started with marketing, when they first get started with using social media for business, because you think your product is for every person that you come in contact with, and it's not. So it's really important that you are clear in terms of who you're speaking to in your messaging and everything you do, so that who your services or your product or service actually benefits will actually take the time to hear the message. The first method of communicating to your target audience is to have a clear mission statement about who you help, what you help them to achieve, and what this achievement enables them to accomplish. So think for a moment about your product or service, and let's revisit the questions that I asked you to think about and answer regarding the problem you solve and who you solve that problem for. Think about what problem your product or service solve. Next, think, who does your product or service solve this problem for? And what are their demographics? And where are they congregating online? Where are they hanging out? Specifically, what platforms are they on? Because with all of the work you're going to be doing, you want to make sure that you're creating content and you understand where your audience is hanging out and the specific platform that they're on, because that is the platform you need to be on as well. The other thing you need to think about when it comes down to your target audience is who are they following and what influencers do they follow and what are they interested in on social media? Why are they on the platform? And if you already have a business, you want to look at the demographics of your current customers, because this is your target audience as well. So now let's create your mission statement. So think about what problem you solve for your clients, not what you sell, but what problem do you solve? So who are you and what are you an expert in? Who do you help? What do you help them achieve? And what does this achievement help them to do? So now let's turn that into a statement. You have to think about, I help, and insert your target audience in there to achieve X so that they can have a specific outcome. So as you work through your mission statement, because you need to really think about your mission statement and who you help and what you help them achieve. As an example, so as a social media consultant, I could say, I help small business owners leverage social media to attract customers and make more sales. In this example, small business owners in general are who I help. Leveraging social media is what I help small business owners achieve, and the attraction of customers and making more sales is the achievement, also known as the solution, that happens by leveraging social media. So as wonderful as the statement sounds, the more specific I am about who I help, the more connection I will make with potential followers. So let's look at another example. I help women leverage social media and the internet to launch, manage, and grow their online business. So in this example, women are who I help specifically. Leveraging social media and the internet is what I help women achieve, and the launch, management, and growth is the accomplishment that happens by leveraging social media and the internet. You see, the more specific you are in the who you help, what you help them achieve, and the solution you solve for them, creating content targeting your ideal audience becomes a lot easier. And once you know who you help and what they want, you can shape the content you create on social media to showcase your expertise. Once you're able to speak directly to who you help, they will start to listen. So in my example, which statement, we already talked about which statement is more clear. And here's, they're like apples and oranges. So once you have your statement written, this is your brand mission statement, online and offline. It is your response when people ask you, what do you do? You're no longer going to say anything associated with your job title, or
the 9 to 5 you're trying to leave. So I hope you enjoyed this episode of the Boss Experience podcast. And keep in mind that this episode is part of a series of bonus content that I'll release specifically around branding. The Boss Experience podcast returns with new episodes in September. So this is my way of just continuing to give you value with some of my previously recorded content. So I hope you're enjoying it. And so feel free to reach out to me and let me know if you're enjoying this bonus content. You can email me at Michelle with 1L at marketinggymsolutions.com. I'd love to hear from you. Okay, with that being said, I look forward to you tuning in for the next episode. Take care.
Starting a business is easy. Making money from your business is the hard part. The only way to launch a profitable business is to have a plan, direction, and one source of information that gives you everything you need to get started. So what if I told you that a blueprint exists that can take you from finding a business idea you love to launching a profitable online business? Without an email list, a big social media following, or wasting your time scouring the internet trying to put the pieces together. Get the only source you need to launch your profitable business today.
Just visit bossbusinessplanner.com to get yours today. Now back to the episode. Thank you for tuning in to the Boss Experience podcast. Don't forget to leave a review for this episode and tune in next time.